Hey everyone, and welcome back for another base dive. Today we're headed down south
Okay.
to South America to meet a pretty cool canid,
All right.
the Pampas Fox. You might have heard of him by a different name,
Oh, yeah.
maybe a Zara's fox or the Pampas Zorro, but no matter what you call them, these guys are all over the place.
Really?
Yeah, we're talking Argentina, Brazil,
Uh-huh.
Paraguay, Uruguay,
Wow.
even parts of Bolivia. They've adapted to all sorts of environments.
That's awesome.
So are you ready to learn about this super adaptable fox?
I am definitely ready.
These foxes, they live everywhere down there.
Yeah.
Grasslands, shrublands, you name it.
Forests?
Forests, agricultural areas.
Wow.
They're not picky. And I think their appearance has got something to do with that.
What do you mean?
Now, when you think of a fox, what color comes to mind?
Oh, red.
Red or orange?
Right.
Bold colors.
Yeah.
But the Pampas fox is way more chill with their look.
Oh, really?
They're more like grays, browns, yellows,
Oh.
all blended together.
Like camouflage?
Exactly. It helps them blend right in, especially since they're mostly out and about at twilight and during the night.
Makes sense when it's darker.
It's like their own little secret weapon against predators.
Yeah.
Keeps them safe in those South American landscapes.
And it's probably smart they avoid the heat of the day, too, right?
Oh, definitely.
Especially down
They're
there.
nocturnal and crepuscular, which means they're most active when it's cooler and darker. Speaking of being out and about, are Pampas foxes social creatures?
Actually, they're kind of loners.
Oh, really?
Yeah, except when it's breeding season.
They like to keep to themselves in their own territories, and they let other foxes know where those boundaries are,
How do they do that?
with scent marking.
Oh, interesting.
But they're not completely silent, though.
What do you mean?
Sometimes you'll hear them bark, growl, whine, even.
When would they do that?
It's usually during mating season, or if they need to defend their territory.
So, like communication.
Exactly. It's all about communication. But let's talk about how they fuel all that activity.
Okay.
What do they eat?
Well, when it comes to food, the Pampas fox is like the ultimate survivor.
Oh,
They're not picky eaters at all. They'll eat pretty much anything they can find.
like what?
Rodents, rabbits, birds,
Aha.
reptiles, insects, fruits, even carrion.
Carrion, what's that?
You know, like dead animals,
Oh.
whatever's available.
So they're opportunistic omnivores.
Exactly.
They just go with the flow.
Pretty much.
But here's the really interesting part.
Okay.
As humans have moved into their habitats
Uh-huh.
and started farming,
Yeah.
they've learned to eat crops too.
What kind of crops?
Stuff like maize and sugarcane.
So they're adapting to the changes.
Exactly. They're making the best of it.
Even if it means having some run-ins with farmers every now and then.
Right. But let's talk about their hunting skills.
All right.
These guys are seriously impressive. They're so stealthy.
How so?
Well, they use their sense of smell, hearing, and sight to track down their prey.
Uh-huh.
Then they get super sneaky and pounce with lightning speed.
Wow.
It's amazing to watch. Now, what about raising a family?
Yeah, how do they do that?
Well, for Pampas fox's breeding season is usually between August and October.
Okay.
After about 55 days, the female gives birth to a litter of 2 to 5 pups. Those pups are born blind and totally helpless.
Oh,
So they rely completely on their mom. But both parents pitch in to raise and protect them.
that's good.
It's a real team effort. They bring food back to the den and teach their pups all the important survival skills. By 4 months old, the pups start exploring on their own.
Getting ready for the real world.
And by a year old, they're usually ready to start families of their own.
That's amazing how fast they grow up.
But with all the changes happening around them,
Yeah.
are we worried about their future?
That's a good question.
Because they are listed as a species of least concern right now.
Right.
But they are facing some threats.
Like what?
Habitat loss is a big one. Agriculture and development, mostly.
Makes sense.
Plus, there's hunting and road mortality to think about. So they've been adaptable so far.
Right.
But as humans continue to expand, things are getting tougher for them.
So what can we do?
That's the big question, isn't it? How can we make sure the Pampas fox thrives, even as our own population grows? Protecting their habitat is a huge part of it.
Definitely.
And we need to find ways to reduce conflict between humans and wildlife.
That's important for so many species.
It really is. The Pampas fox is a truly remarkable creature. They're a perfect example of resilience and adaptation. And I think by understanding their story, we can appreciate the delicate balance of nature and hopefully be inspired to take action.
To protect them.
Exactly. Well, I hope you enjoyed learning about the Pampas fox. They're full of surprises, and they definitely deserve our attention and protection. So until next time, keep exploring.